Remember when Halo used to be one of the most iconic franchises of all time, literally just changing the entire gaming industry and gamers in general? Well, now it's gay. And let's go ahead and talk about it. This is no surprise to people who are Halo fans to see this train wreck in place. Old school Bungie, unfortunately, the disrespect that they are suffering from all of this. It's like the downhill trajectory started after old school Bungie wasn't making Halo anymore. But then it just keeps getting worse and worse. So here I made this tweet in response to their tweet. I said the only time I ever see anything about Halo these days is when they're pandering and being gay. Make it stop, because now it's like this hashtag Women's History Month. We honor the women whose brilliance, drive, and creativity continue to inspire change within our industry, studio, and community. You know why? Because like, the studio was filled with a bunch of women now. And it's like, hey, I'm a woman. Women are great. I'm not hating women. But this is the problem, is a bunch of the women that they are hiring in the gaming industry right now aren't actually gamers or passionate about gaming. Right? A lot of them are activists. Same thing when they're hiring all of these DEI hiring practices. Let's be real. We know the demographics of gaming. And I mean actual real gaming, not mobile gaming, not little girly games. I mean actual mainstream AAA. I mean, mainstream has gone really gay lately. I will say that. But that's why. Because they've hired a bunch of women who care more about activism or whatever else than they do actual gaming. Obviously, there are some incredible women developers that we have seen, but we know if your studio has a significant percentage of females, then you know that it's probably DEI, because the actual amount of females who are passionate gamers, especially into these kind of games, just are not a significant percentage of the actual gamers who are buying these games. So one would think that the demographic should somewhat be reflected in the studio as it is their audience. That's what you would think, but not anymore. So also, dude, it's like, are people actually buying these skins, or is it free? I don't know. So what's also funny about this is it's just the caricatureness of it. It's almost like The Onion or something. It's almost like whoever is doing these is making fun of woke ideology. But that's how you look at all this woke ideology in general. It has gotten so insane that it looks like it's a joke, like an old Saturday Night Live Mad TV joke, but it's real. This is what they are doing for women. I'd rather you just give me pink. Just something else. If you're really going to try to give women something. But here's the thing, is actual women who are playing these games. I used to be in the PMS clan way back, like back in 2009. I was in the PMS clan and I was in the Halo division for Halo 3. So I was in the competitive Halo division. We would do practices, all this kind of stuff. And I'm telling you, those girls were hardcore. They were not like, oh, give me this Women's History Month skin. No. No, obviously those didn't exist then, but just saying, all of a sudden in these spaces, it's like women, female gamers, and a bunch of women who started gaming because streaming took off and stuff. I don't know. They just want to be treated differently. They want to be babied. Oh, back in my day, PMS clan days, all that kind of stuff from back then. I know PMS clan's kind of gotten woke now. I still have love for PMS clan, but just saying, like, I've seen the Pride logo, all that kind of stuff. It's kind of unfortunate, but just saying there's still some great people within the PMS clan. So I don't want to like knock that, but yeah, back in the peak PMS clan days, we wanted to be taken serious, and when we were playing against the guys, we didn't want to be babied. We didn't want them treating us with kid gloves. Like, oh, if we wanted to be able to hang, okay, you tell us to get in the kitchen, we're going to tell you to get in the garage. Like that type of thing. We didn't want people babying us. So just the difference now is insane. And this is just a joke. And so then like you have this from Black History Month. Again, they just went full out caricature. Like, hey man, get out of Black History Month, the skins, man. Surprised they don't have like a joint. What is going on? And then here you have the Pride Month stuff, which I made a video about this when it happened. They're probably going to do it again. Just as the disrespect, dude, it's gay. The disrespect, especially with Halo in general, which started, and I know people don't like it when I say this, but Halo had some very Christian inspiration. The original Halo did. I mean, Master Chief, John 1:17. His name referenced the Bible verse, John 1:17. So, yeah, I mean, obviously it wasn't like, it was inspired, right? It had some like Christian inspiration to it. And so to do that and then now do this, which the Bible calls an abomination. The disrespect, man. The disrespect to classic Halo. The disrespect to the roots of classic Halo. Halo used to take themselves so serious. They had like this Bible almost of like, hey, we're not going to break any code on this. Any comics that got made, any third-party partnerships, things like that. It was like, here's our code of conduct. We're going to be extremely strict. We're going to, yeah. That got thrown all out the window after it got passed off to different developers. And it's just been a giant train wreck ever since. But yeah, I miss the good old days of Halo, man. But those days are definitely long gone now. And now you got all this gay crap. And I think part of it is, if you remember back during like the BLM crap and things like that, there were these streamers that would say, why are these developers, why aren't these companies talking about this? Or they would even go after other streamers who weren't talking about that too. If you didn't put a black square on your Instagram or something like that, then it was like, oh, we see how racist you're being. And like, I didn't do that black square thing, right? But it's just like, hey, we notice you, everyone who's being silent. Silence is violence. We see you. Basically, it just got insane. It was not only, hey, you know, even just shutting up wasn't good enough for them. It was like you had to virtue signal their cause, or you're a bigot. You can't, even if you're silent about it. Silence is violence, guys. So yeah, what we've seen is some of these activists that start working for these companies now. And then now, yeah, even though people have been over this, but they are still on and on about this. Like, disabled replies, they know. Oh, and don't even get me started on a TV show, Master Cheeks. The disrespect. Oh my gosh. That should get more sales, like, for real. That's the thing, is if you want to appeal to women with these games, just keep doing what you were already doing that was good. And women, if it's good, then some women are going to play it. But if you're going to try to specifically change things up for women or make this more appealing to women, you're going to lose the women who are already fans, like myself. And you're not going to get enough regular women. I mean, we've seen this happen with like what Marvel's been doing with the MCU and all that. They keep trying to appeal to women more, but they're losing the actual, just make something cool. Just make something cool and women will play, like Gears of War. Man, I when Gears of War first came out, huge fan. My cat right here, he's 15 years old. I named him Coltrane from Gears. It's like, Gears actually had a surprisingly bigger amount of female players than would have been anticipated. I'm talking classic Gears before they started adding the female, like, actual playable characters, right? Girls loved it. It was like not something that you would anticipate girls to like, but hey, we did. It was cool. I think it appealed to a lot of the girls who grew up with brothers and stuff like myself. But hey. So anyway, there you have it for this video. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today. As always, if you want me to read the Bible to you, you can check out my Bible channel at Bible Time with Melanie Mack. Thank you all again. I will catch you next time. And in the meantime, go boom.